Hi, in this tutorial we are going to study about the index files. First of all, let us understand what is an index file. I have already executed this program simpleindex.cpp and I have index file and record file with me. Let's open the file and check the contents. This is the index file. This is the record file. Okay. Have a look at the contents of the record file first. We have fixed length records. Each record field is separated by a delimiter. Now, this star in the first field of the record indicates that the record is deleted. Though the record is physically present, but it's logically and conceptually deleted. Now, let's have a look at the index file. Index file just stores the USN, that is the primary key from the record file, and the corresponding RRN, that is the position. Here the position is 2, which indicates the position of RRN 1 in the record file. This is 1, this is 2. Now why is index file useful? Say suppose I want to search for USN 11 in the record file. I search for that USN 11 in the index file and I get the corresponding RRN or the position. In this case it is 2. So I jump that many number of positions into the size of the record in the record file, and in this way my seek time is reduced. Now let's have a careful watch at this deleted record. You can see that there are 3 records in the index file and only 2 records in the record file. Why is this so? Because while deleting a record, we delete the record only in the record file and not in the index file. For example, I have not deleted this USN 22 in the index file. And while searching, I will check whether the USN matches, whether this 22 is equal to this USN here, that is star. If it matches, then I will display the record, otherwise not. I will say that hey, it's deleted. That was all about index file and record files. Now I have the program in front of me. I have declared and defined the student class, which has these data members and the member functions. The member functions include pack and unpack, of course, get data and put data. These 4 functions we are using compulsorily. Insert, display, search and delete we need to implement. Now I won't explain about these 4 functions, pack, unpack, get data and put data, because we have already done this earlier. First, let's look at the insert function. Here is the insert function. I open the index files and record files, then I get the data from the user and I write into the index file only the USN and a variable global RRN. RRN I am not getting from the user. What I am doing is I am keeping a global variable RRN, which you can see it here. Global RRN equals to 0, and I am just incrementing. For the first time it will be 1. So for the first record the RRN will be 1. Next I pack the record into the buffer and I write the buffer into the record file. I close both the files, and if required I can also sort the index file after every insertion. But this is not actually required. It's not necessary. I have written a function sort index file to sort records in the index file. If you are implementing this, make sure that you call sort index file only after closing these 2 files. Now my sort index file is here at the top of the page. What I am doing is I am opening both the files and I am reading the index file until the end of the index file is encountered. During each read, every time I am reading into this array, which is a 2-dimensional array, and then I am sorting that array using the inbuilt qsort function in TurboC. Well, many of you don't know about this function qsort, but there is an inbuilt function in stdlib.h called as qsort. It takes 4 parameters: the array, the number of elements in the array, size of each element in the array. I have taken array of 20, 20. That means each array string will occupy 20 bytes. That's why I have given 20 here. And the comparison function, which helps this qsort function to sort the records. The comparison function takes 2 pointers as an argument, which is the void pointer, and we typecast it into character pointer, compare these 2 pointers, and return the value returned by strcmp. But to remind you again, this part of the code is not needed. Remember that we have to use position -1 into size +1. Size +1 is the size of the buffer, and then I check if the USN matches. The condition is important because the record may also be deleted. Search is quite similar to display. The only difference is I include this statement strcmp_USN, key not equals to 0. That means the key does not match. In that case, I need not display the record. I will say continue. It will continue the loop again, searching for other records. Delete is quite similar to modify. We unpack, and then if the USN matches, we put star in the record file, and then we pack it. So if the USN matches, we are copying star and then packing. If it does not match, we are just unpacking and packing. That means we are doing nothing. And finally, what I need to do is just call the functions in the main program. That's all about this program. Thanks for watching.
Ooh,